Put up a smile. Maybe when you're in pain, smile. A very good evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight on BeeTv Major News at 6, reaching you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital, Nigeria. I am Gift Uwagboy. And now to the news. Following the judgment of the tribunal that affirmed Senator Monday Okwebelo and his deputy, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, leaders and members of the All Progressive Congress have paid homage to the Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Omonoba Nedo Ukuakpolokpolo, Oba Ewaya II, CFR in his palace. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe reports that the governor received a loud ovation when he arrived at the palace. The report.
Arriving at the palace of the Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Omonoba Nedo Ukuakpolokpolo, Oba Ewaya II, CFR, he is the victorious governor of Edo State, His Excellency Senator Monday Okwebelo, and his deputy Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, in company of other parties who are here to pay homage to the Benin monarch. The palace of the Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Ewaya II, was agog with excited crowd of supporters and other Edo sons and daughters who were out to receive the governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okwebelo, and his deputy Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, who were in the palace to pay a thank you visit to the monarch. In a brief remark, Governor Monday Okwebelo said his visit is to appreciate the Benin monarch for his fatherly support and role. The governor further said he will continue to put the interest of the Edo people first.
This is the first time we see everybody, all the are represented at the hall in the tribunal. Some of them agree that we do very well relation for you.
Receiving the governor, his deputy and others, the Oba of Benin Ely II CFR congratulated them for their resounding victory at the tribunal, urging them to remain focused in delivering the dividends of democracy to the people of the state. A spectacular act by the Benin monarch got everyone in the palace amazed as he got up from his seat to lift up the governor, who was on his knees paying homage to the Oba. Some Edo people were reacting to the victory of the governor at the tribunal said it is a well-deserved victory and that Edo people are happy and will continue to support the governor.
By God's grace, this is our guy, Senator Mondo Okpebo. By God's grace, he will work. We like to work. They go give a long life. We believe we like to work for Edo. May he carry on with day back in the bar. Don't check it. Each time the day back. I will cheat the day back. I'll buy one the second. The day back. No wahala. They go press our Oba in Jesus' name. Amen. Okpebo walk. Oba talk for it. He said.
On 2nd of April 2025, the Governorship Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Abuja affirmed the election of Senator Monday Okpebolo as governor of Edo State. Freeman Usawe reporting for BeeTv News.
The governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebolo, has on behalf of the government and the people of Edo State, extend a warm felicitation and heartfelt congratulations to former Governor Adams Oshiomhole on the auspicious occasion of his birthday. Okpebolo said the former governor, Adams Oshiomhole's dedication and service to the people of Edo State remain a testament to his unwavering commitment to the progress and development of the state. He added that his contributions during his tenure as governor have left an indelible mark on Edo history, and his legacy continues to inspire millions of others. Governor Monday Okpebolo acknowledges Comrade Oshiomhole's significant achievements and his lasting impact on infrastructure, education, and healthcare, among others. His visionary leadership and tireless efforts, which he said have played a crucial role in shaping the present landscape of Edo State. Governor Okpebolo said he joins family, friends, and well-wishers in celebrating a distinguished leader and a true patriot of Edo State. He noted that former Governor Adams Oshiomhole's dedication to public service and his unwavering commitment to the welfare of the people are worthy of commendation, and his administration is grateful for his enduring contributions and wish him many more years of good health and happiness. A federal high court in Abuja, presided over by Honorable Justice Inyang Ekwo, has issued a restraining order preventing the People's Democratic Party, PDP, from interfering with the leadership and activities of the Dan Obi-led South-South Zonal Working Committee. The committee was elected on February 22, 2025 in Calabar, Cross River State. The restraining order was pending the final determination of suit number FHC ABJCX 505-2025 filed by Chief Dan Obi and his committee members. The court also restrained the Chief Emmanuel Ogidi-led caretaker committee appointed by the party's National Working Committee, NWC, from parading themselves or functioning as members of the South-South Zonal Working Committee or leaders of the party in the zone. Justice Ekwo also ordered an expedite hearing of the main suit. The plaintiffs are represented by Chief Ferdinand Obi, SAN, while the 2nd, 11th, and 12th defendants are represented by B.F. Folonshaw, and the 3rd to 6th defendants by M.S. Atolagbe. The 7th to 9th defendants are represented by N.O. Idem, SAN. The case is adjourned to Friday, April 11, 2025 for hearing. Nigerian doctors have appealed to the government to improve the working conditions of doctors in Nigeria, to encourage them in their service to the country, and to reduce the migration of Nigerian doctors abroad. It was gathered that a doctor in Nigeria earned below $1,000, which is very poor compared to their counterparts in developed countries. BeeTv News Pelumi Mukoro has more.
Just recently, the minimum wage was approved, but unfortunately, till now, no doctor in Nigeria has started having the benefits of the new minimum wage of 70,000.
National Doctors' Day is a day set aside to recognize the contributions of physicians to individual lives and communities. The date varies from nation to nation depending on the event of commemoration used to mark the day. In Nigeria, doctors have often expressed their dissatisfaction towards the working conditions and their pay. Speaking with BeeTv News, Dr. Clement Ikmonwe, senior consultant at Edo Specialist Hospital, stated the reasons many doctors in Nigeria are relocating abroad due to the poor working conditions for doctors here in Nigeria.
We know that the so-called Japa syndrome, a situation where doctors are migrating from Nigeria, moving to other greener pastures, other developed society, it's a challenge to the system, and it's been there and it's still there. And we as doctors have looked at the different issues affecting or causing this brain drain. What is attracting? What is the pull factor? What is making people to leave the system? One of the topmost things is insecurity. The second major factor is economic factors. And so for it to be checked or checkmate, we need to address the issue of insecurity in the country. And secondly, we need to address the issue of economic challenges. The economic power of a doctor in Nigeria now has further been reduced. You find out that the average doctor now gets below $1,000 monthly, and that makes his purchasing power very, very poor. And that does not encourage the doctor, considering his years of training, his nature of job, nature of work, and comparing with other global standard, other doctors that have the same qualification in other clients outside this country. So when you look at your purchasing power, compare it to others, your classmates, and then what your power, what you can do at the end of the month is very minimal. You find out that you are struggling to make do with little that you have to, to take care of yourself, your family. It becomes a big challenge. So, and then when you look at what your colleagues are doing outside the country, what they are being paid, the facility they have, they are practicing instruments they use in practice, their place of work, how it looks decent, you want to also have that experience. So that is one of the major pull factors.
Dr. Clement Ikmonwe also stated how doctors in Nigeria earn below $1,000 compared to their counterparts in developed countries, and also mentioned that the new minimum wage of 70,000 naira has not yet been paid to them. He appealed to the government to look into the situation to enable doctors earn more.
Following the introduction of the withdrawal of this fuel subsidy, the value of the naira as equivalent to the dollar today if the government are really interested in preventing or stopping or reducing this Japa syndrome, this movement of doctors outside Nigeria to other countries, then the welfare of doctors must be considered, must be brought to the fore. The just recently, the minimum wage was approved, but unfortunately, till now, no doctor in Nigeria has started having the benefits of the new minimum wage of 70,000. No doctor is having that benefit. So doctors are still paid based on the minimum with previous minimum wage of 30,000, and that is not helping the system. That is not encouraging the doctors to stay. So the value of the naira has fallen, the fuel prices have gone up, and yet the minimum wage in actual sense today is still what it is. Sorry to say. So that doesn't encourage anybody to stay in the system. So it's going to make more people to pull out of the system. The delay in implementing the new minimum wage and the consequential adjustment for doctors based on their commerce scale is still an issue.
A well-compensated and motivated workforce of doctors can lead to better quality of care, improved patient outcomes, and a more efficient healthcare system overall. Balumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
The Supreme Court on Friday nullified the judgment that recognized Mr. Julius Abure as the national chairman of the Labour Party, LP. In a unanimous decision, a 5-man panel of the Apex Court vacated the January 17 judgment of Court of Appeal in Abuja, which validated Abure's continued stay in office as national chairman of the party. According to the Supreme Court, the appellate court lacked the jurisdiction to enter any pronouncement in favor of Abure, since he had earlier found that the subject matter of the dispute bordered on the leadership of a political party. It held that the substance of the case centered on the domestic affair of a political party, which no court has the power to mendo it to. Consequently, the Supreme Court allowed an appeal that was filed by a former Minister of Finance, Senator Esther Nenadi Usman, and Honorable Darlington Nwokocha, who are the chairman and secretary, respectively, of a caretaker committee that was earlier appointed to pilot the affairs of the party. It will be recalled that following a leadership crisis that rocked the LP, the National Executive Committee, NEC, of the party resolved to remove Abure as the national chairman. To fill the leadership vacuum, the party constituted a 29-member caretaker committee with the former finance minister, Senator Usman, as chairman and Honorable Nwokocha as secretary. The decision was the outcome of an expanded stakeholders meeting of the party that was hosted in Umuahia by Governor Alex Oti of Abia State. The meeting, where Abure was sacked from office, was chaired by his former ally and candidate of the party in the 2023 presidential election, Mr. Peter Obi. In a related development, Justice Binta Fatima Nyako of the Federal High Court in Abuja has barred parties in the suit filed by suspended Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan against the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, and 3 others from granting press interviews on issues relating to the case. The judge issued the order on Friday following a complaint by the lawyer to Akpabio, Kainde Oguwumiyiju, SAN, that the plaintiff was moving from one television house to another, granting press interviews on issues relating to her case, which is currently pending before the court. In a brief ruling, Justice Nyako said there shall be no press interviews by all parties and their lawyers regarding the subject matter of the case. Justice Nyako also barred parties and their lawyers from engaging in streaming the proceedings of the case on social media. Meanwhile, some commuters entering the Edo City Transport Services buses have appealed to the state government to build more passenger shelter in its various bus terminals where passengers can comfortably sit and wait before the buses arrive to pick them. BeeTv News Osarogi Agwebo reports that they said that sometimes they wait for over 30 minutes standing before the bus comes. The reports.
At the Airport Road ACTS bus terminal, Passengers were seen waiting for buses to arrive to take them to their various destinations. In an interview with BeeTv News, some of the commuters said they have spent a significant amount of time standing and waiting for buses to come pick them, stating that they often get tired and exhausted before the bus arrives due to the long waiting time. They appeal to the government to build more passenger shelters in the ECTS bus terminals like the one in Key Square Terminal, where passengers comfortably sit and wait before the bus arrives to carry them.
Standing, you can see the whole of us, we are here, so waiting for the bus to take place. They have to work on this bus so that the bus will not be breaking down. Like if you see this one and these two here, they have fault. They are going to make another provision for another one so that those ones will not take us to our destination. And then secondly again, if you look at this place now, there's no shelter. There's no place that every one of us will hide. If they can create a space here, that like this place here now, so that we have a chair like the way the other terminal, the way they build that place. If they can do it, that is good for us.
Terminal where people will sit and wait till the bus will get full. I think it's necessary. If the government can replace it, it's better for the people.
Yes, it's 1 hour since we ask them, say what will be the issue. They say the two bus spoil. Then they begin to call another one, say that one will soon come. Now we see the wait now, we not see bus. Some people, some people don't even come out since. We need that now. If they do, we go thank government. It's very important. At least not see where some they beat us since. At least sit down for your stand. At least now get up. At least they will go on that tree for that side. That is it.
Recently, the Edo State government constructed a bus shelter at the King Square Terminal to ease the stress of commuters who stand and wait for buses. Commuters on other routes are hopeful the government will replicate them in other of its terminals. Usarugie Agwebo, reporting for BeeTv News.
Benin City, the historic art of bronze casting and artistic craftsmanship, is home to artisans who have preserved this cultural heritage for centuries. Despite their skill and dedication, a recent visit to Eagle Street revealed the struggles of these craftsmen. Speaking to BeeTv News, bronze casters expressed their concerns over the high cost of raw materials and a decline in local interest, calling for urgent support to sustain their trade. The reports. Benin's artistic heritage is renowned, particularly its bronze casting, which dates back to the 13th century. The famous Benin bronzes looted by British forces in 1897 remain a symbol of the city's rich craftsmanship. Today, artisans in Igun Street, a UNESCO-listed heritage site, continue the legacy of their ancestors by creating stunning bronze sculptures, plaques, and figurines using the lost wax casting technique. Mr. Aigbe Anthony, a master bronze caster with over 30 years of experience, and Mr. Henry Igebo, who began the craft as a child, spoke passionately about their art. They said their fathers taught them and they hold the craft in high esteem because it is a deep of their identity. They are committed to passing it down to their children and future generations.
This craft doing actually to we in Egun, we inherited it from our fathers, right from where we was very small. So I will tell you that I know it right from when I was 6 years old. I know everything about the craft making, and it has been in me, and that is what I'm still doing till today. Well, this work means a lot to me and the Benin cultural heritage, because with this craft, we can be able to mold somebody and cast it, and it will remain as it is for many years. Challenges we face at times is that at times when most foreigners come, because the foreigners are very much involved in all these things and they like it, and when they come, they are not allowed to take it out most of the times, except maybe at times even some will get permits. They call them antiquities, and they are not antiquities. And these are the challenges we are having from government most of the times.
Despite their cultural significance, many traditional artisans in Benin City struggle to sustain their craft due to several challenges, including a lack of government support, declining local patronage, and the rising cost of materials. They lament that raw materials have become too expensive, making production difficult, while local interest continues to fade,
threatening the survival of their centuries-old tradition.
It's almost 30 years and I was taught by my father. The job means a lot to me because we are preserving our heritage and keeping our culture alive. And it's a family heritage too. So keep it alive for our children. The challenges is always lack of patronage by our people, except the foreigners. Most foreigners patronize that. And another challenge is the increment of materials. It's to promote the artwork now. You know, when our children, the next coming generation see that it's profiting, they will engage themselves. Mostly children of these days, they want to see if you are doing it, you are succeeding, so they will engage. It's just the promotion, like the government promoting it.
The broadcasters have urged the Edo State government to invest more in Benin City's heritage to sustain their craft and preserve its rich tradition. Gifts Uwagbo reporting for BeeTv News.
The Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma has sworn in the acting chief judge of the state and 2 newly appointed commissioners. The ceremony, which took place at the government house in Owerri, underscores the governor's commitment to strengthening the judiciary and executive arms of government. The report.
Performing the swearing-in ceremony, Governor Uzodinma charged the newly appointed officials to uphold the principles of justice and service delivery in their respective offices, noting that the appointment is based on merit and the need to enhance governance in the state. The governor charged them to remain dedicated and accountable to the people of the state.
Opportunity to call on all our judicial officers to see their mandate as a sacred mandate, to do only those things that will be acceptable to both God and man, to always discharge their duties with the fear of God, and bring justice and equity to the people of Imo State.
Speaking on behalf of the newly appointed officials, Justice Nnamdi Zoku, the acting chief judge, pledged to discharge his duties diligently and supports the government's developmental agenda.
We must forge ahead and work assiduously for the strengthening of the third arm of government and assuring Your Excellency that he will find in us dependable allies. Promise to abide by the oath of office to which I just subscribed, to discharge my duties accordingly, while assuring that I will strive to maintain a cordial relationship between the executive and the judiciary.
With these appointments, Governor Uzodinma reaffirms his administration's commitment to effective governance and institutional reforms in Imo State. Esohe Osemeke, reporting for BeeTv News.
The Armed Forces of Nigeria says 8 operational troops have exhibited exceptional bravery, resilience, and determination in various encounters, including combat, patrols, raids, ambushes, and rescue missions. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Marcos Kanye, shared this update while highlighting the high operational tempo of Nigerian troops from January to March 2025 in collaboration with hybrid forces and other security agencies. Here's the details. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Marcos Kanye, highlighted the success of the air component, which carried out reconnaissance, close air support, and interdiction missions, achieving significant results and substantially weakening the terrorist threat.
During the quarter, many terrorist commanders such as Abba Alai, also known as Amir Khalid of Allaha, Abdullahi, always known as Hono, Jagaban, and Danger, amongst others, were neutralized, while Abdullahi Ali was captured alive with severe gun wounds. This effort by our gallant troops created gaps in the command and leadership structure of the Boko Haram terrorists as well as ISWAP and JAS terrorists. There were also infighting for supremacy within the ranks of the various terrorist factions, which sparked cracks in their leadership hierarchy. Hence, they observed confusion in their various camps. Our gallant troops exploited the situation and dealt decisively with them on various fronts. Hence, their resort attack on soft targets and the use of improvised explosive devices as well as isolated ambushes.
Major General Kanje Fordad revealed that numerous terrorist commanders had been neutralized and captured, effectively disrupting the leadership structure of terrorist groups. The director also outlined the contributions of various task forces, beginning with Joint Task Force Operation Hadin Kai, which achieved major successes in March 2025. He reveals that in the Northwest region, troops neutralized several terrorists, recovered weapons, and apprehended suspects in Sokoto and Katsina states, adding that in the North Central region, troops carried out offensive operations, arresting criminals and rescuing hostages.
January to March witnessed aggressive operational tempo by our gallant troops in conjunction with hybrid forces and other security agencies across all theaters. The troops demonstrated uncommon bravery, resilience, determination, and strong will during various encounters throughout the quarter, which include fighting and confident beating patrols, raids, ambushes, and clearance, as well as search and rescue operations with remarkable outcomes. The air component also conducted reconnaissance, close air support, and interdiction missions with high success rate, which seriously degraded the terrorist strength and the will to fight.
The Military High Command says the gallant men and women of the armed forces, in conjunction with other security agencies as well as hybrid forces, will continue to observe the laws of armed conflict, rules of engagement, and code of conduct for internal security operations as they synergize efforts at addressing the myriads of security challenges bedeviling the nation. Gift Uwagbo reporting for BeeTv News. The Nigerian Police Force (NPF) has urged Nigerians to continue to celebrate officers of the force for their contributions to the safety of lives and property. This is just as the force assured its readiness for the first ever National Police Day on April 7th, 2025 at Eagle Square, Abuja. BeeTv News' Glorious Isirame has the details.
Established by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in November 2024, the event will witness recognition of the sacrifices and achievements of police officers in safeguarding national security. Force Public Relations Officer ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, while addressing journalists in Abuja, reaffirmed the commitment of the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Egbetokun, to professional excellence and public service.
The National Police Day is designed to celebrate the dedication, sacrifices, and achievements of the Nigeria Police Force in ensuring national security. It will provide a platform to recognize the force's pivotal role in safeguarding lives and property while reinforcing public trust and collaboration in maintaining law and order. The event is expected.
He announced that the celebration will run from April 2 to April 7, featuring humanitarian activities such as medical outreaches, community engagement, and security exhibition. According to him, from April 2 to April 6, police commands nationwide will conduct outreach programs, while exhibition on April 4 at Egale Square will highlight locally manufactured security equipment, showcasing the NPF's commitment to local content and ICT-based publicizing.
And let me say that the Inspector General of Police, IGP Olukayode Adeolu Egbetokun, KD NPM, reaffirms the force's commitment to professional excellence and public service. As preparations for this landmark occasion gain momentum, the IGP calls on Nigerians to join in celebrating the gallant officers of the Nigeria Police Force and their immense contributions to national security. The National Police Day stands as a testament to the resilience, dedication, and courage of police personnel and serves as an inspiration for future generations to uphold the highest ideals of service and integrity.
He urged Nigerians to celebrate the officers' contributions to national security, emphasizing that National Police Day symbolizes their resilience, dedication, and courage. Glorious Isiramin reporting for BeeTv News.
Nigerians have urged the government to improve the state of security agencies by adopting modern means of fighting insecurity, such as kidnapping in the country. They also appeal to fellow citizens to also assist by providing useful information to the police. BeeTv News' Pelumi Mukoro has detailed.
Nigeria in recent times has recorded unprecedented security challenges such as Boko Haram terrorist attacks, kidnapping for ransom, armed robbery, banditry, Fulani herders, farmers clashes, among other social vices. The security threat not only undermines national stability and the rule of law, but also have adverse effects on the economy, affecting price, output, employment, trade balance, poverty, inequality, defense expenditure, government budget, patterns, socio-political environment, and several others. Speaking with BeeTv News, Nigeria urged the government to boost facilities to equip security agencies to enable them fight insecurity, most especially kidnapping in the country.
To assist the citizens with security. Normally, when you are traveling, you can see that there are a lot of checking points and so on and so forth. But still, things is still going on in the country that we don't have the idea, we don't know how to control it now. Even the security themselves, they don't know how to control the thing.
Other Nigerians also urge fellow citizens to assist government and security agencies by being vigilant and alerting them when they suspect anything.
Ourselves should be at alert because most of the time the government or the president, they cannot solve Nigeria problems so far. It's not all the problem they can solve because most of the time we ourselves, we should have our defenses.
Not everything that government will do. We individuals we still have to, according to Biblical quotations, say, go help those that help themselves. Like for instance, in the morning, you lie hand in your bed, God help me, oh God help me. I don't know how God will help you. So the masses and individuals and the residents should help themselves. You understand? The government cannot be anywhere from the police and the vigilante group to give them useful information to run to their head. Call the district coroner, they will report here.
Government's response to kidnapping and insecurity in the country requires efficient allocation of resources towards boosting security agencies and security operations. Balumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
Okay. And right now, we'll be going on a short break and we'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Happy birthday to a worthy leader. On behalf of the good people of Edo State, I extend warm and sincere birthday wishes to our respected former governor, Comrade Senator Adams Oshomole. I celebrate your life of service and your significant contributions to the development and progress of Edo State during your tenure. Your dedication and commitment have left an indelible mark on our state's history. We wish you many more years filled with joy, good health, and continued success in all your endeavors. May this special day be filled with happiness and the warmth of loved ones. Signed, Senator Monday Okpewolo, Executive Governor of Edo State.
Special invitation. It's the special birthday empowerment program to celebrate an uncommon politician, a philanthropist par excellence, and the Deputy Chief of Staff to Edo State Governor in the Office of the Deputy Governor, Honorable Pius Alile, to celebrate his birthday anniversary in keeping with his tradition of adding value to the society and giving people's lives a meaning. The celebrant will be distributing motorcycles, tricycles, sewing machines, grinding machines, generators, and lots more. Date 15th May 2025. Venue Honorable Pius Alile Villa, number 1, Medical Stores Road, Benin City, Edo State. Time 9 a.m. prompt. Come join us celebrate a man who has dedicated his life to serving humanity, touching countless lives through his selfless efforts, remarkable human capacity development, creating a brighter future for all through youth and women empowerment, providing grants, scholarships and bursaries to indigent students, women in support for community development initiatives. This announcement is signed by Organizing Committee.
Stand up for the champions.
Congratulations, congratulations. I, the Executive Chairman, EIRS, Otumba Honorable Adele Bankole Balogun, Esquire, has congratulated His Excellency Distinguished Senator Mando Kwebolo and the Deputy Governor, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, on the all-resounding triumph at the Edo State Election Petitions Tribunal, which affirmed your rightful positions as the duly elected Governor and Deputy Governor of Edo State in the September 21st, 2024 gubernatorial election. In a statement, I personally signed by EIRS boss, Honorable Bankole Balogun, describing the unanimous judgment by the Election Petitions Tribunal as a validation of Governor Kwebolo's victory at the polls and the will of the people to choose who governs them. According to Honorable Adele, the confirmed victory at the tribunal is reflective of the high level of trust and confidence that Edo citizens have placed in your leadership, as evident in your hard work, dedication, human relations, show of genuine empathy, and unwavering commitment to the people of Edo State. Honorable Bankole Balogun therefore called all Edolites to support Monday Okpebolo-led administration. I call on all well-meaning Edo citizens, particularly petitioners from opposing divides, to join hands with His Excellency Senator Monday Okpebolo in moving a new and raising Edo forward, making it a more developed and prosperous subnational for us all, he stated. Signed, Honorable Oladele Bankole Balogun, Executive Chairman, EIRS Edo State.
I have to pick.
Welcome back. Up next, in a society where certain jobs have long been considered men's work, many respondents believe women are showing that they can not only do these tasks effectively, but also excel at them. With the saying, what a man can do, a woman can do better, gaining traction, women are proving their strength, skill, and determination in roles traditionally reserved for men, challenging stereotypes and breaking barriers in the process. Our correspondent have more on this report.
Women are to be submissive to their husband no matter all. Men are always what they heard, but it does not stop the women from doing what men are doing.
Many people believe that in the world today, work should no longer be viewed through a gendered lens, but rather based on individuals' ability to perform the task. Many stated that women have proven time and again that their capabilities are not limited by traditional gender roles. Whether in construction, engineering, leadership, or other male-dominated fields, women are now stepping up and excelling, showing that skill and determination are what truly matters.
What a man can do, a woman can do it more better. And I thank God that like someone like Sandra Agwebo Kokoma have been able to prove a point. As a first lady mechanic in Nigeria, roughly in Africa, she has been able to prove a point. And right now, when they are talking of somebody that is making a change, that have started a legacy, at least it will be pointed to. Just like when we talk of the first lady that ride car in Nigeria, we talk about Miss Kuti. That is how it is, that every lady, just the same ability that God has blessed man with, he has also blessed the lady with. It's just that the only difference is that women are to be submissive to their husband no matter all. Men are always what they heard, but it does not stop the women from doing what men are doing.
Also, what man can do, woman can do also. The woman begin to practice what man can do. It's not a bad thing if you man begin to do it. Because the woman continue to do it, and because so most of every figure is not the same, it's not equal. For that, if you woman feel to do the what man can do, no problem.
Some women who have taken on traditionally male-dominated jobs attribute their action to tough circumstances, explaining that they had no choice but to step in and help support their families. One of these women said that when she was faced with financial struggles, she had to take on roles typically reserved for men, not just to contribute to the household, but to ensure their survival.
Then when we are younger, the women doing male job it did not start from this time. Like me, when I was small, we used to do bricklayer. and bricklayer is supposed to be for the male, and we do it for the female. Me and my younger sister, we do it because we don't have too much in my family, so we have to do to help ourselves. You know, for female doing male job is not bad. If a man can drive a trailer, woman too can drive it. So it's not like anything. People go to school to learn bricklayers, some do engineering. It's not as if because the economic is too tight, that's why they are doing it. Some people they are just female, like they have that power to do male work.
For that one, say women wetin woman they do, man no fit do one. Now strength na matter. Not be all male we go leave everything for. This kind of country where we there, so you got to strong and also for yourself. If you wait for only man, now you for me, see, I want go also. Now also everybody there. If you wait for man, you grow be a beer.
The growing support for women taking on these traditionally male-dominated jobs is gradually reshaping societal expectations, paving the way for a more inclusive and equal future. Gifts Uwagbo reporting for BeeTv News. And now to business. The Petroleum Products Retail Outlets Owners Association of Nigeria says some local refineries are importing substandard crude into Nigeria to cut costs. Speaking on Thursday, Petro National Publicity Secretary Joseph Obele said the refineries have been importing crude oil with high sulfur content into Nigeria. BeeTv News' Balumi Mukoro has more on this from the business world.
According to the Petroleum Products Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria, Petroan, National Publicity Secretary Joseph Obele said the importation of low-quality crude oil into Nigeria started following the suspension of the Naira for crude deal by the federal government. He said they are not going to mention any particular refinery, but when those concerned see the report, they will make corrections. Earlier in a statement, Petroan cautioned refinery operators to prioritize the importation of high-quality crude oil as the Naira for crude tenure ends. He explained that Nigerian sweet crude is among the best in the world, saying imported crude should not be lower in quality. The Nigerian Naira recorded its highest depreciation against the dollar this week at the official foreign exchange market as meets United States of America President Donald Trump's tariff announcement. The Central Bank of Nigeria's exchange data showed that it dropped to 1,552.53 Naira per dollar on Thursday from 1,531.25 Naira traded on Wednesday. This means that the Naira slumped by 21.28 Naira against the dollar on Thursday compared to 1,531.25 exchanged the previous day. This is the highest depreciation against the dollar on a single day since March 22nd, when the currency dropped by 18.96 Naira weekly at the official market. Similarly, at the black market, the Naira weakened by 5 Naira on Thursday to 1,560 Naira per dollar from 1,555 Naira traded on Wednesday. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control (NAFDAC) is intensifying efforts to prevent the entry of substandard and counterfeit products into Nigeria, especially from China and India, the country's two largest pharmaceutical trade partners. At a stakeholders meeting on Thursday, NAFDAC Director General Mojishola Adeyeye highlighted the significant impact of the Clean Report of Inspection and Analysis (CRIA) scheme, which has strengthened regulatory control over imports from these nations. Previously, China and India supplied 70% of Nigerian pharmaceutical imports, but NAFDAC's push for local manufacturing has reduced that figure to 60%. However, counterfeit and substandard medicines from those countries remain a major concern. That is all on business news. Balumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to the foreign scene, where the Trump administration has fired General Timothy Hall, head of the National Security Agency (NSA) and U.S. Cyber Command, according to reports. Also, China is responding to Donald Trump's tariff by imposing an extra 34% tax on U.S. goods starting next week. BeeTv News Global News correspondent Rebecca Goffey tells us more on these and other stories from the foreign scene.
Hall's deputy, Wendy Noble, was also reportedly dismissed. The reason for their removal is unclear, but it follows a meeting between President Trump and far-right activist Laura Loomer, who urged him to fire certain employees. Loomer later claimed on social media that Hall and Noble were disloyal to Trump. Democrats criticized the move, saying that it threatens national security. Congressman Jim Hincks calls an honest leader and suggested that his integrity may have have led to his firing. Meanwhile, China is responding to Donald Trump's tariff by imposing an extra 34% tax on U.S. goods starting next week. European markets have reacted negatively with stock indices in London, Berlin, and Paris dropping over 3%. Trump recently announced a 54% import tax on Chinese goods, one of the highest tariffs ever imposed on a country. Whereas a UK Treasury Minister told the newsman that Britain is working quickly to secure a trade deal with the US. The US and the Democratic Republic of Congo are discussing a minerals deal, according to senior US official Masad Bolos. After meeting President Felix Tshisekedi in Kinshasa, Bolos said that they had agreed on a way forward but did not share details. He assured that US companies have operated transparently and helped local economies. DR Congo has vast mineral reserves, including lithium, which is key for battery production. The country has long faced violence with M3 rebels seizing land this year. And lastly, on global news, NASA says the asteroid 2024 YR4, once considered a tiny threat to Earth, now has a slightly higher chance of hitting the moon. Initially, there was a 1.7% chance of impact on 22nd December 2032, but new data has raised it to 3.8%. Despite this increase, there is still a 96.2% chance that the asteroid will miss. Even if it does hit, it won't affect the moon's orbit. Observations from the James Webb Space Telescope estimates its size at 53 to 67 meters, about the height of a 10-story building. Since the asteroid was first seen in Chile in December, many others have passed closer to Earth. Some smaller ones likely burned up in the atmosphere without being noticed. And that's it from the global scene. Rebecca Guffey reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to the exciting world of entertainment. Nigerian Afrobeat superstar Divine Ikuba, popularly known as Rema, is gearing up for another musical milestone, and fans are buzzing with excitement. The Afrobeat sensation has officially confirmed the release of his upcoming track titled Bow to You, scheduled for April 11th, 2025. The report. The announcement came directly from the artist himself, who took to social media on April 3rd, 2025, sharing a snippet of the song and building anticipation for what's to come. The new single will follow the success of his global hit, Baby, Is It a Crime?, marking another chapter in Rema's ever-growing discography. Known for his genre-blending sound, it seems that Rema is diving deeper into a sample era with Bow to You, leading towards the direction of an old-school hip-hop track, adding a nostalgic twist to his signature style. Fans are already eagerly awaiting this new release as Rema continues to dominate the African music scene with his infectious melodies and boundary-pushing creativity. Tyler took the Billboard Women in Music event by storm with an electrifying performance of Push to Start, held in Inglewood, California. The annual celebration honors women who are reshaping the music industry, and Tyler certainly made a mark. From the moment the beat dropped, he had the audience captivated, bringing a perfect blend of energy, charisma, and stage presence. Her performance was a visual feast with stunning choreography that had her moving seamlessly with her dancers, every step in the sync with the track's pulsating rhythm. Lastly, on entertainment, popular Nigerian socialite and nightlife entrepreneur Cubana Chief Priest has officially launched his music career with the release of his debut song, More Money. Taken to Instagram, the entertainment mogul renamed Pascal Chibuike Okechukwu shared his excitement, crediting Davido for helping create what he called a classic. Described as an Afro-gyration bedu, More Money is an energetic, street-inspired jam guaranteed to get people dancing. The track features rising stars Boy P, Brown Joel, and Highs, the trio behind the viral hit Ogechi, adding an extra melodic and rhythmic flair to the song. Since its release, More Money has been making waves online, with fans praising its lively production and catchy rhythm. Many have expressed surprise at Cubana Chief Priest's unexpected move into the music industry, but if this debut is anything to go by, he is yet to make a statement. And that's it on entertainment news tonight. Gift Uwagbo reporting for BeeTv News. And now talking sports, UEFA President Alexander Keferin said on Thursday it would be a bad idea for FIFA to expand the World Cup to 64 nations for the 2030 tournament. Let's now join our sports correspondent, Freeman Osawe, who has more on these and other trending sports stories.
The 2026 edition in the United States, Mexico and Canada, we already see the format increase from 32 teams to 48. The head of the Uruguayan Football Federation, Ignacio Alonso, suggested further expanding the tournament at the last FIFA Council meeting in March. Football Global Governing Body said it had a duty to analyze the proposal, which European chief Seferin denounced at UEFA Congress in Belgrade. The 2030 World Cup will be played in 3 continents, with Portugal, Spain and Morocco the main host. There will also be 3 matches in South America, in Argentina, Uruguay and Paraguay. To celebrate the centenary edition, the inaugural World Cup was held in 1930 in Uruguay. Ola Aina, the Super Eagles defender, is said to spend an undisclosed period on the sidelines due to injury. Nuno Espirito Santo, Nottingham Forest manager, revealed the 28-year-old impending absence during his pre-match press conference on Thursday. However, the coach did not state the exact duration of his absence. Ola Aina was substituted in Forest's 1-0 win over Manchester United at the City Ground on Tuesday. He played 38 minutes of the encounter before his substitution due to a calf issue. The Portuguese manager said Aina will be unavailable for the club's upcoming English Premier League EPL encounter against Aston Villa. He also added that this team will sorely miss the defender's quality. The world's highest paid female athlete is taking greater control of her off-court game. Wednesday night, tennis star Coco Gauff announced via social media the launch of Coco Gauff Enterprise in conjunction with talent firm WME to manage her career. Gauff said the new venture would reflect her passion for making an impact not just in tennis but in business, philanthropy and beyond. She called WME an agency with a vision and resources to help her explore all of the opportunities ahead. WME will present and support the new enterprise but does not have any ownership in the business, according to someone familiar with the details. And that's it on Sport News tonight. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
And that's the size of our news package for tonight. Many thanks for joining us. I am Gift Uwagboy. Have a good night.